talking about don't be shy, give it a try, asking for samples. So this is a new series that I'm going to be doing on my channel where I'm going to be trying new things that I've been too scared or too shy to try before. So it's all about getting that courage to stand up and ask for something, or to give a product a try that you've been a little bit nervous about trying before. So there will be a couple of videos in this series. We're going to be looking at lashes, that's false lashes. We're going to be looking at doing winged eyeliners, and today it's all about asking for samples. Now over in the US, asking for samples may not be such a big issue because you're sent so many samples when you're shopping that it may not be a big thing. But here in the UK, I know me in particular, especially with my anxiety nowadays, I get a little bit anxious when I go up to a makeup counter and say, "Hi, excuse me, I'm really interested in your foundation, but can I try a sample first?" It's just something that us Brits just don't do. So I'm saying, don't be shy, give it a try, go and ask for a sample. And the reason why I'm saying asking for a sample is a good thing is because when it comes to especially higher end makeup, because you can't really do this with Superdrugs or Boots foundations or makeup. You can't really go in there and ask for samples, although you can. I have been into Boots a few times and I've managed to get perfume samples. I've managed to get mainly perfume samples and some skincare samples. If you ask really nicely that you're thinking about buying something, do they have a sample of it so you can try it before you buy it? Generally the staff are pretty good at saying, hey, you know what, actually yeah, we do have these little samples that you can take home and try before you buy. They're normally tucked in the little drawers beneath the counters. So yeah, but the good thing about doing it with foundation in particular is because you don't know without trying it first what coverage is like, what tone the foundation is, or what shade is going to match you. Now, for example, I went and bought from Boots a L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I love that foundation. It is perfect for me. I love the coverage, I love the tone, I love the wear time. What's wrong is the shade. Now, I tried the tester at Boots on the back of my hand and I thought it would be perfect, but when I got it home and I put it on my face, I realised it was way too light for me. I'm not porcelain. I'm not porcelain. So I ended up having a large full-size foundation that cost me £10.99, which was completely the wrong shade for me, and I've had to mix it with other foundations just to try and use it up. Now here in the UK we don't have a returns policy like they do in the US. If we decide we don't like it, we cannot just return it. Tough, really. The only time we can ever return a product is if it is faulty. Here in the UK they're a little bit tougher on returns. So going from that experience, I'm not going to walk into the Benefit counter or walk into the Urban Decay counter or MAC or Estee Lauder and buy a £30 foundation without trying it first. So saying that, I have this foundation sample from Estee Lauder. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade Ecru. I was matched to this in store, but again, that match test in store can also be deceiving because they have such bright lights coming down from the store ceiling that it can really throw off the colour that you're trying. So it is best to ask for a sample to take away with you to try under your own like lighting in your own home, to wear it for a day and see how it looks in natural light and on camera if you're filming for YouTube. It's good to take away a sample so that you can, you know, try before you buy. Now I will admit I've had this sample for over a year. Putting that aside, it is always a good idea to try a foundation before you buy it. So I have as well an illuminating primer, because when I asked for the sample, the lady was so sweet and so nice that she said, you know what, have the primer to go with it, and then you can use the two together and they should sit really beautifully on your skin. So you might even get extra little samples just for being a little bit cheeky and asking if they have any samples. Also as well, I got this Naked Urban Decay sort of sample sheet. It came with a mini mascara from Perversion and some Naked eyeshadows. These I got that because I was buying the Naked Heat palette, and I happened to mention that I was looking at the other Naked palettes because I don't own them already, but I wasn't too sure. And the lady was like, well, here, have a sample of this. So sometimes not even asking for a sample, but just hinting that you might be willing to buy something else if you could only give it a try first before you buy. That salesperson, if they're really good at their job, they're going to load you with some samples so that it encourages you to come back and buy more. So let's get to it and let's try this. So let's start off with the primer. I don't know what the name of this primer was. The lady just said it was an illuminating primer. I don't like these things though. I'm going to have to do that, that. Because I don't like getting them out of these little things. I normally prefer like the little pots that they can put it in, so let's rub that all in. Oh, it does illuminate, that's for sure. It looks very, very, very shimmery all of a sudden. I think the reason why she may have suggested that I try an illuminating primer underneath is because I believe this is quite a full coverage foundation. So putting that illumination will stop it from looking so heavy on your face. So that is that. Definitely looking more illuminated. So then I have the foundation. And as I say, this is in the shade Ecru. So I'm going to see if I can pop it onto the back of my hand. Ooh, not too much. That came out a lot easier than the primer. Do that. And then I've got my Real Technique sponge, which has grown double in size because I dampened it. This is a brand new one because you don't want to see my filthy one. So it's quite a watery sort of foundation. Let's see. So I think the colour is quite good. And I think because of the damp sponge, it's making it quite a thin coverage. I'm going to need some more on my hand. I'd rather put too little and have to put some more on than too much and waste it. So yeah, I think that asking for samples, you can feel a bit cheeky, but I think in all honesty, when it comes to high-end sort of products like foundations, I think it's almost a must, because There's absolutely no way on earth I'm forking out for a foundation that doesn't match me. So this seems to be a really good match. So I'm just taking it down my chin a little. This has gone on really, really nicely. Need a little bit more for my forehead. I reckon in this little tub here, I might have at least one, possibly two more uses in there. And this is kind of a review of the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, but that's fine. But yeah, so this was definitely a successful trying a sample before I buy the full size, because I think the coverage on that is perfect. I think the colour is perfect on me. So that is a very successful. Don't be shy, give it a try and ask for a sample before you buy. So yeah, that is the try on for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Am I happy that I asked for a sample over a year ago before I bought a £30 bottle of foundation? Yes, I am, because now I know that when I go back to Estee Lauder counter, I can pick up this very foundation in Ecru, knowing that it is the perfect shade, the perfect tone and the perfect coverage for me. So yeah, I am very happy with that, because my concerns about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation was that everybody kept saying it was their cult favourite and it was full coverage, and my concern coming new into makeup was that I'm getting a little bit older now. Full coverage is probably not the best way for me to go, because it can start to look cakey, it can settle into all my my wrinkles. You know, is this really the right type of foundation for me because of my age, my skin tone, the coverage that I like? But actually trying it on and using a sponge to apply it, I love the coverage. I really, really do like it. So for me, asking before you buy for a sample is a big thumbs up, because now I know that when I go back to Estee Lauder, if I do decide to go for this foundation, which I think I may actually do, because this is looking fantastic, I know what shade to ask for. So that is this video. Don't be shy, give it a try, go and ask for a sample before you buy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. Press that notification button so you know when the next video is uploaded. And as I have a giveaway going on at the moment, you may be in it to win it. And there will be another episode of this series of Don't Be Shy, Give It a Try very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.